All right then, gather round, children of Wi-Fi, because you wanted the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the brutally sarcastic truth of how I, Norman, yes, Norman, became the Nomadic Wizzard. Now, Norman doesn't exactly scream mystical. It's the name of a bloke who fixes boilers or sells scratch cards at the corner shop. But don't be fooled. Behind the boring name is a man who's seen more chaos than most of these YouTube vanlifers could handle in a single day without crying into their oat lattes. I'm a druid, a proper nomad. And I've lived this life since before hashtags existed, back when living in a van wasn't an aesthetic choice. It was survival. When you didn't have fairy lights on the ceiling, you had condensation dripping on your face at 3 a.m. When your biggest flex wasn't a drone shot, it was whether your starter motor actually worked. See, I cut my teeth in the convoy days. And if you don't know what that means, let me educate you. Convoys weren't a line of shiny sprinters headed to the next vegan food festival. They were battered buses, smoky transits, and hand-painted rigs crawling down the motorway like a travelling circus, held together with cable ties and stubbornness. The authorities hated us. Hated us. We weren't quirky nomads. We were public enemy number one. They treated us like we were plotting to overthrow Parliament every time we pitched up in a field. I've been beaten by coppers in riot gear, arrested for nothing more than existing outside their little box of acceptable. I've watched mates disappear into the system, vans crushed, families broken. We buried people. That's how real it got. Compare that to today's YouTube van life. Oh no, guys. The shop didn't have the right colour storage baskets. It's so stressful living the nomadic dream. Shut up, Tiffany. Try dodging truncheons at dawn while they drag your mate out the back of a Bedford. Then come back and talk to me about struggles. Before this channel, I worked as a journalist. Local papers, national papers, travelling town to town. Chasing stories, chasing deadlines, chasing the truth. And while I was doing that, I also had a wife. A real partner through thick and thin, until a cruel virus took her away from me. Decades together, gone. I've got 2 sons and 4 grandkids. One of those grandkids innocently showed me Vanlife YouTube, probably thinking it'd give me a smile. Instead, it lit a fire in me bigger than any solstice bonfire. What I saw wasn't freedom. It wasn't rebellion. It was performance art for the gullible. People prancing around in their IKEA vans, selling a fantasy lifestyle they barely live themselves. Carefully edited struggles designed to sell you t-shirts, mugs, or Patreon memberships. And the worst part? Thousands lap it up. So why start this channel? Well, here's the juicy bit. I stumbled across one of these so-called gurus, half drunk, wobbling around, making a noise like a goat giving birth to a chainsaw. I left a comment, nothing crazy, just a dose of reality. His subscribers descended like wasps on jam, hutty words flying everywhere, and then delete, vanished, gone. So being old school, I emailed him. Respectful, calm, why delete my comment? What harm did it do? No reply. Sent another. Nothing. Next thing I know, this bloke is slagging me off in his posts, painting me as some villain. And that was the moment I thought, hang on. How come this prat gets to spout his nonsense but no one's allowed to challenge him? My son said, Dad, just make your own channel. You've been a journalist your whole life. Do it properly. At first I thought, don't be ridiculous. I'm nearly retirement age. I don't even know what a thumbnail is. But the idea grew. And then, bang. The Nomadic Wizzard was born. First target? Mad Mark. The man who thinks van life is 24/7 festival season. I hit upload and expected maybe 5 views, 2 of which would be me clicking refresh. But no. It blew up. People loved it. Finally, they said, someone's called out the fakery. I sat there sipping my tea thinking, well, that escalated quickly. Since then, it's been one long parade of charlatans for me to roast. And trust me, half of them I hadn't even heard of until you lot mentioned them. Each one more ridiculous than the last. Sponsored, filtered, branded, pretending to live free while chained tighter than a 9-quid meal deal contract. It's like watching pantomime, except with worse acting and more merch. But here's the difference between me and them. I will never call someone out for their looks. Tall, short, skinny, fat. That's not comedy. That's bullying. My aim is the lies, the fakery, the snake oil they sell to their fans. The theatre of pretending to be nomads when really they're part-time influencers with a van parked outside their mum's house. Some of your comments are sharper than anything I could write, and I let them all stand. Because unlike the gurus, I believe in free speech. If you take the time to write it, it stays. Even if it's brutal. Even if it's against me. That's the deal. That's honesty. So here I am, the Nomadic Wizzard. Accidentally monetized, accidentally a YouTuber, but deliberately savage. Here to torch the fakery, one snake oil salesman at a time. So if you're out there right now, polishing your van for a fake morning routine vlog, practicing your soulful stare into the distance while secretly checking your subscriber count, know this, the Wizard is watching. And unlike your comments section, I don't delete.